One piece of content done really well can power your entire content strategy for months, but only if you pick the right one. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how to find it. Hi, I'm Daphne, co-founder of VeraContent, a global content marketing agency. First, let's clear up one thing. A flagship asset is not a long blog post. It's a definitive guide, an industry report, or a thoroughly researched handbook. Something with real depth, original insight, and a genuine point of view. Quality beats quantity when it comes to thought leadership. 12 medium effort content pieces that don't connect to each other will never do what one well-planned flagship can. The goal is to make something so useful and powerful that people would pay for it. And then blow your audience away by giving it away for free. I'll be honest with you though, this isn't the right model for every brand. If you're B2C and chasing fast reach, or if you're still figuring out your point of view, then start somewhere else. But if your buyers need to trust you before they buy from you, if you're in B2B, professional services, or any space where authority is actually what closes deals, this is your model. The first question that most people get wrong is, what should my flagship be about? Choosing a broad topic area is not enough. You need a specific angle, one that only your brand can credibly own. And finding that angle takes some digging, but there's a reliable place to start. Go inside your organization first. Interview your sales team and list every question they get asked on calls. Talk to your customer-facing people on your team and find out where friction keeps coming up. Talk to founders and anyone who works closely with clients. The questions that your real clients are asking you are almost always more useful than anything that might sound impressive in a brief. And from those real conversations, choose 2 to 3 topics that you could turn into serious, long-form pieces of content. For each one, ask yourself, what's our unique angle here? What can we bring here that nobody else is currently bringing? Then audit your existing content for unexpected high performers. Strong pieces of content often signal where the real authority already lives, even if you haven't named it yet. And one question cuts through faster than any framework. If a journalist called you tomorrow, what topic would they trust you on more than anyone else? Not what you want to be known for, but what you're genuinely authoritative on right now. The answer is almost always more specific and niche than the big, exciting topic you're tempted to go after. And here's the thing we're sitting with. Brands often want to be known for the broad, impressive territory, but what they're actually authority on is usually narrower, and in most cases, far more valuable to the buyers who actually matter. We worked with a B2B client recently who's a great example of this. They already had a full content operation running, a podcast, consistent output, the whole thing. On paper, it looked efficient. The problem was that the format was driving the strategy, not the other way around. Their topics covered the same 3 pillars that all of their competitors were already covering. So despite their effort, nothing they published was actually unique. And the sales team had nothing sharp enough to use in a conversation. When we came in, we didn't scrap the podcast. We just moved it out of the center. We kept the same broad topic territory, but did the hard work of finding the unique angle inside each pillar that only they could credibly own. The pillars didn't change dramatically, but the angle inside them did. That's what turned a content operation that was working really hard into an operation that actually worked. So once you have your topic and your angle, your format should follow from the audience and the use case, not the other way around. A research report works best when you have proprietary data or can gather specific insight from a specific audience. It carries authority through methodology and trends to attract backlinks and press coverage. A definitive guide works well when your topic is complex, frequently misunderstood, or fragmented across too many sources. The value is synthesis and clarity. For example, a cornerstone handbook works well when your audience needs something useful that they'll come back to. And a white paper works well when your buyer is technical or risk aware and needs internal sign-off before purchase. Before you commit to any topic, run through these 4 questions. What problem does your audience keep running into that we understand more than anyone else? What's the topic we could genuinely own? What format would make this most useful? And what content could this feed over the next 6 to 12 months? If the answers are vague, your flagship will be too. We've gone through the same process ourselves. We wanted to build authority around international SEO, not just publish something on the topic, but actually own it. So instead of publishing a standard overview, we created a comprehensive guide built around original expert insight. We interviewed our own SEO specialists about optimizing content across multiple markets and languages and structured the whole thing around their perspectives. That guide became the source for everything that followed. We ran a webinar featuring the same experts that gave the ideas a live format, opened them up to audience questions, and created a completely different kind of engagement with the same material. We wrote a blog post offering the key findings for readers who wanted the short version first. We also built out several social posts, each pulling out a single insight from the guide and making it stand alone. And our newsletter also pointed our audience back to the guide. And we made YouTube videos for people who prefer that. One flagship asset, multiple formats, all of them building on the same ideas and reaching different parts of the same audience. The guide did the credibility work, and everything else just extended its reach. So if your content calendar is super full but nothing seems to be compounding, this is the structural change to make. One authoritative asset planned well will do more for your brand than a year of scattered publishing. And the real signal that it's working? When your sales team starts using your content in conversations with clients without being asked. We've written a full breakdown of the flagship model on the VeraContent blog. How to find your topic, how to choose your format, and the mistakes that cause this all to fall apart. Links in the description. And if you want to talk to us about how this could work for your brand, there's also a link to book a call with our team. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more marketing tips and insights.